Hey, welcome back to Silver Disobedience Perception Dynamics. This is a podcast where we unpack the perceptions and also the dynamics that shape our closest relationships, whether at work or play. I'm Dian Griesel, the host, also known as Silver Disobedience. And today, we're going to tackle a topic that often hides in the shadow: envy, particularly within families. It's a tough one because envy can really silently strain relationships. It breaks down trust and it creates wounds that can linger for years, sometimes generations. So let's explore how envy shows up in family life, the damage it can cause, and most importantly, what we can do about it. So let's start with the basics. What happens when envy seeps into family dynamics? Well, here are some ways envy can play out. One for sure is resentment and rivalry. Envy can fuel a sense of competition, especially among siblings or even close relatives. Maybe one feels overshadowed by the other's achievements, or maybe their possessions in older life, or just what seems like an easier life. So this can grow into resentment, jealousy, and a really unhealthy desire to one-up each other. Another is communication breakdown. When envy festers, people often stop talking honestly. That's terrible. Instead, they might lash out sarcastically, use passive-aggressive jabs, or shut down altogether. And when trust and openness erode, it's really hard to solve and find and get to the real problems that are lying underneath. Another is emotional strain. Envy eats away at self-worth. The person who feels envy might wrestle with bitterness and low self-esteem, but the target of the envy feels it too. They feel guilt, pressure, and sometimes confusion about how can they fix what they don't even think they broke. Another is financial tension. Money, well, it certainly can magnify envy. Perceptions of who has more, who deserves more. Well, these things can explode into fights over inheritances, support, or what just plain feels like unfair treatments. Then there's parental favoritism. With envy, where envy gets tangled into favoritism, it cuts deep. If one parent does favor another child, maybe because they're an achiever or better looking or just easier to deal with, well, it can fracture sibling bonds and leave lasting scars, something no one would want to intentionally do. Negative role modeling is another, and here's a big one. It's really big. Kids pick up on everything. What they watch, when they watch envy in action, they may carry those patterns forward into their own families one day, and nobody would want that. So what can we do about this? Like most family issues, it usually starts with being brave enough to name it. So here are some ways that families can tackle envy together. 1, acknowledge it and talk about it. Create a safe space. Let everyone speak honestly. No judgment, just listen. Often saying, "I feel envious" out loud can really help untangle the knot. Number 2, cultivate empathy and gratitude. Put yourself in another person's shoes. I know you hear this all the time, but it really does work. And don't forget to count your own blessings, okay? It shifts the focus from comparison to appreciation. Number 3, celebrate individual strengths. None of us are the same. Every family member brings something unique to the table. We need to honor that and treasure it and make sure everyone feels seen and valued for their own path. 4, shift from competition to collaboration. A family isn't a battlefield, or it sure shouldn't be. It's a form of a team. So when one member thrives, everyone benefits. So find ways to remind each member of the team of their value. 5, stay optimistic. Open talk, listen, repeat. Healthy families make it safe to say the hard things. 6, seek professional help if it's needed. Sometimes envy is really deep-rooted, and a family counselor can help break down those walls and teach healthier ways to relate, which is very important. You want to catch it early as soon as you can. 7, focus on personal growth and help others grow without comparison. Celebrate your own journey and cheer each other on. Okay, these are things we can all do, but before we wrap up, let's zoom in on how to build collaboration instead of competition. Here's one. Set shared family goals. Maybe it's planning a trip together where everyone has to contribute in some way, working on a project together. Make teamwork a family value and find activities that bring everybody in. There's always something everyone can do. Celebrate both those individual wins and the collective efforts that you put in together. Teach conflict resolution skills early, and most importantly, avoid harmful comparisons. Remember, everyone is on their own timeline and journey, and the more we remember this, the better we can create a dynamic, healthy family environment. Envy feels like a family's dirty secret, but talking about it takes its power away. With empathy, honesty, and really a commitment to lift each other up instead of tear each other down, which nobody wants to do. Any family can move from envy to a new form of understanding, from rivalry to real connection. Thank you for listening today. If this episode resonated in any way with you, please share it. Share it with someone who might benefit from it, people who need to hear it too. And don't forget to subscribe to the Silver Disobedience Perception Dynamics podcast for more conversations that help us grow closer and get together through interviews and short little excerpts like this. I'm Dian Griesel. Take care of yourself, and more importantly, take care of each other too. And subscribe to the Silver Disobedience Perception Dynamics podcast. Thanks a lot for tuning in.